Where on earth is this? We can see there are many trees at the front of the picture in the foreground, and we can see that there are some trees in the background. But most of this area has been completely devastated. The area has been completely destroyed. So this is a satellite photograph of the Amazon rainforest. So since the 1960s, 1 in 6 trees have been cut down in the Amazon rainforest. And since human beings first began to build their civilizations, we have cut down 46% of trees on planet Earth. Trees, as you know, provide an extremely useful role in limiting the effects of climate change. First of all, they take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and they release the oxygen that we breathe. So they help to restore the delicate balance of gases in the Earth's atmosphere and to limit the speed at which the planet is warming. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is Russell, and I'm here today to talk to you about recycling paper and how effective this is as a response to climate change. There are 2 sections to my talk today. First, we will look at the facts of recycling and a little bit at how it works, and then we will discuss the question of how effective recycling paper is as a response to climate change. So let's move on and let's look at how recycling paper works. So first of all, it's a fact that around 50% of the paper that we use on planet Earth is used only once and then it's just thrown away into the trash. So the benefit of recycling paper is that we save trees or timber because we repurpose the paper and use it again. And of course, this means that trees can be kept in the ground. So by recycling paper, we can reuse the same paper, the same resources between 5 and 7 times before we throw it away. So recycling paper prevents deforestation and leads to a reduction in water use. So let's move on and look at how effective this is. Let's take the positives first. So there are 2 main positives that yield from recycling paper. First of all, over a period of 30 years, it is estimated by Drawdown that recycling paper can lead to, at the upper limit, almost 2 gigatons of carbon dioxide emission reductions, and a minimum of around 1.1 gigatons. So this, of course, is a very huge number. The other main advantage of recycling paper is, of course, that it releases less carbon dioxide per metric ton than regular paper production or virgin paper production. So these are the 2 main advantages. However, I think it's important not to get too carried away with recycling paper. There are some limitations to its effectiveness, and other related solutions are much more useful. So things like forest protection, forest restoration, giving ownership or tenure of forests to the indigenous people that live in those forests and have lived there for thousands of years, and tree planting are all much more effective strategies in terms of reducing deforestation. Each of these is in fact several times more effective than recycling paper. Tree planting, for example, is estimated to be around 20 times more effective in reducing carbon dioxide emission reductions compared to recycling paper. So let's take a look at our final conclusion. Recycling paper is useful. We all need to do it, but we also need to understand that this is not going to be enough to stop the problem of climate change. We also need to restore and protect forests and plant trees. So let's get out and plant some trees, and let's put some pressure on governments and international organizations to restore forests and to protect them, and to give those forests back to the people that live there and know how to care for nature. Thanks very much, everybody. This has been my talk about climate change and the problems of deforestation and how effective recycling paper is as a solution to these problems. First of all, we looked at the facts of recycling paper and how it works, and then we looked at how effective it is. So returning to our original question, let's try to restore and maintain and preserve the Amazon rainforest in this kind of condition, because this is the only way that we can respond effectively to climate change. Here are my list of resources that I used to do the presentation. Are there any questions?